words. Oh my God, I want to fucking shoot myself today. Went to Legoland with my kids.
Did you Legoland
in Yonkers? $110. Waste of fucking money.
Really? I didn't even know there was a Legoland around here.
I just worst fucking vacation ever.
What is Legoland like?
I'll tell you about it. We'll talk about it on the pod.
Well, we can talk about it now.
Okay. Well, it's a fucking waste of money. So
let's introduce the show first because I've been recording here for a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Hey, all right. So welcome back to the Better Half podcast, where I'm Frank, the married guy, and I have the better half.
And I'm Larry, the single guy, and I clearly have the better half.
Absolutely. For this one. Episode 20.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there. Wow,
can I recycle a joke?
Yeah, go ahead.
It could have been 40.
But I'm not
going to do the cold opening.
Yeah. No.
Can we pull back the curtain a little bit with that?
All right.
The cold open?
I love it.
Who knew that would be the staple and the thing that's defining the show?
I've gotten a few good feedback, some nice feedback about the cold open, which when I listen to it when I'm working, I'm sorry. When I listen to it when I'm, whatever, I'm
edit.
What time are we at?
We're a minute 20 already.
Damn it. Thank God this wasn't a live show. I literally just bust out laughing because you nail it every single time.
Well,
you nail it.
I appreciate it.
You do it. I mean, unfortunately, that's the only thing you're nailing.
We need a rim shot.
Yeah, well, all the audio is just shut off on everything.
Yeah.
So, So I'm off this week.
Good for you.
Well, yeah, it's not really. It's like a staycation because
those are fine. Those are good.
Well, we're getting our kitchen redone starting I think next week. So a lot of moving stuff from the garage into the basement, and then the stuff that's in the kitchen also has to go into the basement. Someone's got to go in the dining room.
What do you put in that room behind the kitchen?
Well, that's the playroom where the kids have their stuff. Their stuff's got to come out and go in their rooms because there's going to be so much dust that everything's going to be covered in dust. We have to put plastic up on that room. I got to put plastic up on the dining room. I got to put plastic up on the room that separates the living room from where we eat.
Oh yeah.
That's got to have plastic because the dust. We're knocking down walls. We're putting up another window. Yeah. We're going into the garage. And this is my wife. I love her. We've been in the house 10 years this August.
Wow.
She watches way too much HGTV. She watches the show with this freaking loser couple, Chip and Joanna.
Oh, with the Asian chick and the country dude?
I could not tell you. Is she Asian?
The dude brunette?
I guess she could be.
No, she's not full Asian, but she's got
probably a 1/8 Asian. Her eyes are open.
Yes.
So, edit that out. Don't edit that out. I don't care.
Actually,
I don't care. You know what? I don't care. If you're offended, then we show the triggered GIF on my Facebook page or whatever with the girl with the glasses because I can care less. Everyone's offended about everything. I hate everyone.
You know who gave us polite, constructive criticism?
Who?
My dad. He listened to one of the live episodes. He goes, it was one of the live episodes, and he goes, I like your stuff.
One of the 2 live episodes?
Yeah. He's like, I like it. It was funny. I'm like, oh, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. I just have one thing. What? You may want to cut back on the racial jokes. I'm like, we have racial jokes?
We didn't tell you racial jokes.
You said a Jew joke. That's about it.
Well, I'm part Jewish, so I'm allowed to, right?
I'm like 2% according to Ancestry.com.
Not a sponsor.
No. So you got. So I didn't realize you were going into your garage.
Yeah, we're recessing the wall about 2 feet.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna have to because the garage steps down?
Oh no, we're building. This is a whole. This is the whole thing. There's that door on the side of my house.
Yeah.
That's going away.
Wow.
We're putting up a wall there.
Okay.
The good thing is my old car gets to stay in the garage. And I'll have just about enough shimmy space to get in front of the car.
Shucka.
Yeah. So, or what I might just do is park right up against the wall and give myself more room in the back.
Okay.
It's just a pain in the ass. It's a lot of moving around. My back's killing me. Also, I haven't worked in 4 days. So usually by day 4 when I don't work, my back starts to lock up. But I've been doing a lot of going up and down the stairs. And, no one else is doing anything because my wife did not take vacation. And I'm like, don't go down empty-handed because, every little thing that comes out of the kitchen is one less thing that I have to carry out of the kitchen. And I've watched her go downstairs in the basement 20 times with nothing in her hands. And I'm like, take that down. Unless I'm like, literally take that down, it's like, and she's the one, this was her idea. I didn't want to do the kitchen because I know we needed a kitchen. I didn't want to do it because A, I'm lazy. Yeah. B, I know it's going to cost a ton of money, which it is.
I was going to say, you doing it yourself or you hiring?
No. Okay. Do I look like a handyman? If I'm lucky, I know which end of the hammer to carry. No, I did tell the contractor that we have the contractor who put up the back room.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, we like his work, so he's doing it. But I mean, cabinets cost about $10,000. Countertop was almost $3,000. Oh, and that's just then we have to get appliances. The floor was another 2,800 tiles. Let's see, the demo, the rebuild, the window, the recess. I'm looking at close to. We're knocking down a whole wall that's coming down forever. That is, we're looking about close to $45,000.
That's like all my trinkets here in my apartment.
Yeah. How's that working out for you?
I like it.
I'm going to be able to cook. So,
do you plan on like really like kicking into high gear the cooking if you're going to get all new equipment and stuff?
What are you doing? What the hell's wrong with you? You're like an angry person.
I am.
Yeah. So, sorry, my back's killing me. I have to lean back.
Lean back.
So yeah, it's just a whole process, and then the kids. The best part about it is the kids are off next week, so they're going to be mulling about the house while there's construction going on, and we have to find things for them to do, and
stick them in the basement.
Yeah, when my wife who refuses to take a day off of work, took 2 days off of work next week. Yeah, that's a stretch. So I have Monday and Thursday off.
Okay.
She took Tuesday and Wednesday off.
Okay, so it's a zone defense.
So basically, they took that goal away too. Get the fuck out of here! I'm sorry.
We're I guess Frank's tracking, not necessarily watching, but tracking the Ranger.
I don't want to watch it because they suck.
Go Isles.
Please, no arena, no bullshit.
Hey, I got 6 games at Nassau next year.
Good for you. You don't have to take the train. So it's just been a headache. So I was off Monday and Tuesday. Monday, I kind of just did a little work around the house. Kids went to school. I played some video games. I just kind of just chilled. I actually took a nap, which was nice. My wife was working. My wife works from home. She's in the basement working. I was upstairs.
And she was sick recently, too.
She was also getting over being sick, so she's finally back to normal. Tuesday, I had to run a shitload of errands, so I did that. And then Wednesday was Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. This, I guess, will be our Valentine's Day episode.
This drops next week, so
it'll
be like
a week. Happy belated Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope it was good. I hope you had fun. I hope you got a little something.
Ooh.
I did.
Really? All right.
Well, kids were in school.
HJ, BJ, or ZJ?
Yes, and
if you don't know what a ZJ is, you do not have the money for it.
All right.
I screwed that line up.
You did screw it up, huh? You're terrible.
If you don't know what an HJ is, you can't afford it. There we go. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking
Beer Fest.
Okay, I never saw it.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah, I have kids. I watch Paw Patrol. So we went out on a nice day date. We went out east a little bit. This is how I spent my Valentine's Day. We went to, kids went to school. We had some alone time.
Okay.
Headed out.
Had a nooner?
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna have a little afternoon delight.
Who knew that was about that?
What?
I don't think anyone knew that was about that.
I knew
when it first came out.
Yeah, when it first came out, who knew?
Do you remember the episode Married with Children when Peg tried to get Al for a nooner? It was a radio station contest?
Vaguely remember that.
And Peg's like, Al, come on home for a nooner. And Al's like, yes, no problem. And what's his name? Biff? The guy he worked with at the shoe store?
Yeah,
the black
guy.
That. He's like, Al, what's the matter? I'm going home to get lunch.
I thought it was lunch.
Yeah, like, you know what that is?
Yeah. I don't understand. I never understood that what guy didn't want to have sex with his wife. All I ever do is pour at her.
You know what it is? It was the late 80s, early 90s. I guess that was just kind of like Al wanted it. He just didn't want it with Peg.
Yeah, well, look at her. In that. I mean,
oh, come
Katie's,
on.
No, look at her in that show.
Yeah.
You know, she was annoying and loud, and it's like 87% of the women I know.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I used to have a no ma'am. I used
to have a no ma'am shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, can you imagine you wear that now? You'd be in trouble.
Oh, please.
All right, so let me finish. So anyway, went to lunch to a nice seafood restaurant out in by Sayville.
Okay.
So a little further out east.
Yeah.
We split a seafood restaurant. We split
the bill.
Galamad.
Ooh, calamari. All right.
For our non-New Yorkers, calamari, and then she got braised ribs, and I got chicken.
At a seafood joint?
But surprisingly enough, our lunch menu, they didn't have a lot of seafood. I was shocked. Beautiful place. And then we spent the next 3 hours at the contractors, finalizing the cabinets, getting all this, the hardware and all that stuff, and the flooring, figured out the flooring. And then it came down to a faucet.
Uh-oh.
Guess how much a faucet costs these days, Larry?
Well, I got to ask you it's going to depend on the style. Is it just like a regular faucet, one of these touchless faucets?
No, it's not touchless faucet.
I want a touchless faucet.
Yeah, well, so did I. It's one of those faucets that just kind of go up and down.
Oh, okay.
And it's got one little thing that goes hot, cold, on.
God, I hate those.
And the little spray thing comes out of the spout. So
I think my parents
take a guess.
have that.
Just I want you to take a gander.
I'm going to say maybe 200.
No. The most expensive one he had in his office showroom, $900.
Really?
For a faucet. That faucet
for a hard hose?
That faucet better fuck me and call me after. Okay, for $900.
That is ridiculous.
Okay?
Why?
The cheapest one he had was about $4 and change.
Honestly, that's ridiculous.
I was befuddled.
I don't blame
and I felt violated. Actually,
that's like no condom.
Yeah. So then we left there, went to the marble guy, the marble granite guy, picked out a nice cabinet countertop.
Okay. Okay. Black marble or a nice normal.
It's like, I don't know. There was like 13 different colors in the granite, and we got granite. We didn't get marble.
Oh, okay. Nice marble column.
Yes, I see what you did there.
Thank you.
And then he had all these hats, like for his company on a table, and I was like, I'm a hat guy. So I'm like, I go to Stephanie, I go, how do I get one of those hats? And she's like, don't. She's like, please don't.
Got my slate of granite.
I'm like, listen, we're gonna give this guy a shitload of money. I need to get a fucking hat out of the deal. Needless to say, I walked out of there without a hat, but because I was just going to take one, but then I look up and like by the coffee machine there's a little camera, and I'm like, do I do it?
And the camera's there because people were hawking hats,
probably. So that didn't work out well. So that was that, and then we had to go pick up the kids, and that was the end of Valentine's Day.
Well, sounds fantastic, except for maybe the 15 minutes of joy.
Yeah, we picked up the kids, and my wife, by the time we got back to where we live, it was like 5:15. We realized we didn't take anything out for dinner, had nothing planned for dinner, was not really going to go out to
get one of those heart-shaped pizzas everyone had.
Right. We ended up going to a diner.
All right.
Which I thought would have been more packed.
Oh, not the Circle M one.
Jerk, no, I don't go
Thank
to that
God,
one.
all right.
They're
because,
horrible.
quite frankly, I'm telling you right now, if a diner does not serve French onion soup, it is a shit diner.
It's not a diner. It's horrible. I don't get that. The food isn't bad, but I can't go in there for that principle alone. They do not serve French onion soup.
That boggles my mind.
Their salad, they make their own salad dressing. It's fantastic, but it's salad for no French onion soup.
Yeah,
it's not a lot.
For shame.
Yes, 0 stars to them.
Yes, absolutely.
No, we went to the diner in Belmore, and 2 kids. Valentine's Day wasn't bad.
All right, well,
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That was the night before. I don't think
which is I think
Valentine's Day we came home. We came home, and she fed the kids food in the house.
Okay.
And that was yesterday, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's right. So then
You had a long week.
I had a long week. That was Tuesday. We went to the diner. Yesterday we came home. She had food in the house for the kids, and then about 8 o'clock she had to run to CVS because now my wife had strep. Guess who has strep now?
Oh no,
my son.
Oh
yeah. So I said, don't even come near daddy. You don't have a daddy for the next 5 days. Get away from me. I don't want to get sick. I don't care. Call me heartless. I
don't blame
get
you.
Sick.
I don't blame you.
So
disease-ridden.
Oh yeah. So he she went to go pick up his prescription, and then she's like, "All right, I'm going to go get some dinner for us." She's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, I said, she went to the local North Shore Farms over here, and I was
okay.
I don't know, see if they have like a chicken roll or something, just something I could just nosh on.
They serve regular food over there?
No, in their bakery they have like flatbread pizzas and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And like chicken roll stromboli and stuff like that. She comes home with a stromboli and a chicken roll.
Ooh.
And they're huge. She heats them up, and I'm just like, we're just sitting on the couch. It's like, now it's like almost like 9 o'clock. And I had the whole chicken roll and half a stromboli. And I've been eating good. And this just threw me over. If I tell you, I've been in the bathroom 6 times today.
Oh.
Because all the oil that was in that is just killing me. So, that was my Valentine's Day.
Sounds good. What did I do yesterday?
What did you do yesterday for Valentine's Day, Larry?
Honestly,
did you must have had a hot date, right? You must have been out like at a club or something.
I came home. I played some PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
So what's that?
Probably rubbed one out.
Oh, right, we're going there.
And I had a stain on the carpet. I had to rub out from masturbating. And
you're disgusting. That's just. I don't need to know this.
I honestly, I didn't do anything. I just, what did I get? I got. Oh, you know what it was? It was Ash Wednesday yesterday, so I was kind of limited for meals. So I got a couple slices of pizza.
I had meat.
I'm
a cafeteria Catholic. I don't.
I mean, I look. I don't go to church, but I believe. And I try and do my best to follow as much as I can because of everything that I've done that's guaranteeing me to go to hell. Let me at least try and get some points in case there's like a side bet or something that can get us into heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
but that's really all I did. I had pizza and just enjoyed the night by myself on Valentine's Day.
Poor Larry.
It's all right. I enjoyed it. It was a good time.
Well, you know what? At least you didn't spend $110 on Legoland.
I didn't even know there was a Legoland.
It's like a Lego, like, I don't know. First of all, we get...
Is it like as big as a Great Adventure or something?
No, no. It's remarkably small. Your apartment's just about the same size.
Wow.
100. We get there and they're like, "Oh, did you print the online coupon?" So I look at my wife, who's the queen of coupons, and she goes, "I didn't know about the coupon." So I'm like, full price. But if if it was like 23 a head.
Ooh. Even for the kids?
Yeah.
Wow.
What was it? $24.95 a head or whatever it was. And but if you ordered online over 24 hours previously, it would have been $16.95 a head. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So, the transsexual person behind the counter named D could have been David, could have been Denise. I have no idea. But
D from What's Happening?
No, she was. Well, she could have been from What's Happening, but she was definitely quite mannish, and she was like, "How can I help you?" And I'm like, $4. $110 of tax. I was just like this. I was like, "Ugh, that hurt."
Yeah.
Go in. There's like 4 different rooms, and then you go into this open like play area where they have little side rooms, and
so it's all indoors.
It's all indoors.
Oh.
They have like a giant thing that you can climb in, like a jungle gym kind of thing. They have a karaoke. They have where you could build Lego race cars and then race them against other people. My son loved that.
Starting to sell me on this.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Because of course, then you just end up, in the cafeteria and then the gift shop.
Please tell me the cafeteria had like Lego shaped food that you can put together.
No. Everything was, everything. The best part about it, honestly, like I told you, my stomach was hurting me.
Yeah.
So I went and take a shit. Okay, in Legoland. You go into the bathroom. Now, there's nobody in there. And you know me with my bathroom phobias.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I fucking scrub down the seat. I clean the seat. I put all the paper down, drop trout. I'm sitting there. And all of a sudden I hear like tinkering like on the pipes. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's a loudspeaker. And all of a sudden you plop, plop, right into the water. I'm like, it's a Lego plumber or something fucking with the pipes, and then he takes a shit next to you. But there's nobody there. It's a loudspeaker.
Wow, that is creepy.
So I literally just laugh out loud. I laugh out loud. The second I finish, I'm like in the end of my laugh. There happens to be a school trip there, I guess, that day.
No.
25 kids come running into the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, fuck. So now I have my jacket
Were
hanging.
you still in the stall?
Still in the stall, pants around my ankles, and there's like 3 urinals and 3 stalls, and both doors slam open, and then my door starts jiggling. Now, obviously, if the door is locked, right? That means if you're a 7-year or 8-year-old kid, the door's locked. What would you do?
As a 7 or 8-year-old?
Yeah.
I would continue to try and open it.
No, he did one better.
Let me guess. You tried to go underneath.
He looked under. No. And saw me, and I took my foot and I went, get the fuck out of here. I was
like in a Christmas story?
Yeah, I said, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, and because this little Spanish-looking dude just came over and fucking just started. Then he pieced through the little. First of all, why is there a half an inch
honestly, right?
thing right there?
Like you can't just put a thing
it can't
there.
Be a solid seal.
Honestly, I mean, in the airport they have those.
It's terrible. So I now, I wipe my ass, I flush the toilet, and they're all like heading out because like now the teacher's like, okay, everybody out. And meanwhile, this poor kid's probably got my fucking shoe print on his face. And I clean myself, and I'm looking. It's like this fucking just group of kids, and I'm like, me and my wife thought, oh, this would be great because we took the kids out of school today.
Okay.
Since we're not doing a vacation, we figured we'd take them for a date, like a nice day trip.
Sign them out.
Yeah, sign them out. I don't even think she called attendance, but the attendance department, but whatever. So I get out, and then of course I get out. I can't find my wife and kids, and I'm like, all right, where are they? And I'm like, you know what? No, I just take the quiet. But I can't take the quiet because there's 8 million kids running around from this school.
I know exactly what you're going through. That happened to us in World of Coca-Cola down in Atlanta.
I didn't even know there was a World of Coca-Cola.
It's awesome. Yeah, they actually make Coca-Cola down there. It's right next door to the Georgia Aquarium. And me and my dad were down there, and we're like, all right, this is going to be a peaceful day. Let's head over to the World of Coca-Cola. And like as soon as we get online, 5 buses show up. With like all these inner city kids.
Oh, that inner city. You really said city kids.
So it got a little crowded as we perused the different flavors of soda all around the world. By the way, never try the Italian one from Coca-Cola. It is terrible. I forgot the name of it.
Right now I'm in the process of tweeting the New York Rangers.
Oh boy.
Fuck you. At New York Rangers. Oh, they're going to probably block me because when their backup goalie got hurt. And I'm the biggest Rangers fan in the world.
You are. You really are. You redid your basement.
The backup goalie got hurt. I posted like SpongeBob and Patrick running happily onto their Twitter feed. I'm like, this is the happiest news ever. So they just got shut out by the
Now, Legoland, it almost sounds like you were better off going to the Lego store at the Roosevelt Field Mall.
Well, so then it leads into the gift shop.
Okay.
So my daughter, who's now into Legos all of a sudden, when I left the house tonight, she had every Lego in the world on the kitchen table.
Good
and
for
she
her.
was building. No, and it was great. So she goes, gift shop, I brought money. And I'm like, she comes out, she's got like $6. I'm like, yeah, good luck.
My bike?
Good luck getting a keychain for $6.
Yeah,
actually, if you build your own Lego man, $10.
Really?
Yeah. The giant Millennium Falcon.
I've seen that. Hold on. Because I was at the Lego store in Rockefeller Center, which is like right next door to the Nintendo store. And I saw the Millennium Falcon for like $300, maybe $350.
There's 2 Millennium Falcons.
Oh, is there?
There's the normal sized one, and then there's the giant,
like life size.
Not well, yeah, just about life size. $800.
Wow,
Yeah.
that better be assembled.
No, it comes broken.
Holy cow.
Yeah, you basically buy a broken toy and have to put it back together.
Yeah, that's really what...
That's what Legos are.
And then you got to get the glue to make sure nothing comes apart when it's
Well,
done.
that's just the thing. Like, I'm thinking, if I'm building that is each piece is getting glued
That's
together.
what they do, yeah.
Yeah, so they also had they had a whole beautiful New York City skyline made out of Legos.
Those.
The bridge.
Oh, yes.
And interactive. Like, you press the button and you press the button. They had the Subway Series going on. They had Yankee Stadium. And you could play as the Mets.
That's cool.
It was like a pinball machine.
Yeah.
It was all Legos. So
cute.
that was cool. But so then, of course, my son goes and he picks out like, a $400 item. And I'm like, no. No. I'm like, $10 your limit. So we ended up, because he's got so much Legos at home, he still hasn't even opened yet,
Wow.
So
Legos or Mega Blocks?
Legos.
Okay,
Those
good.
Mega Block. It's like GoBots.
Honestly.
Get the hell out of here with that
It's like
shit.
the Kmart Transformers.
GoBots.
I love GoBots.
Oh, I just realized I sent a fuck you to New York Rangers from the Better Half
Oh,
podcast.
no.
So
that's why you got to be careful. You know how many times I log on my phone to go like something? Maybe like a Sarah Underwood photo or something, and it turns out to be the Better Half.
Well, somebody liked it, though.
There you go. Good. Tell them to listen to the podcast.
I'm going to write it again. So that was.
I just got the like.
Yeah. So we then go to eat, and I'm looking at the clock because it's now like 3:30.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's not a weekend.
Oh, it's true.
We're in Yonkers.
Yeah, Yonkers. Honestly.
So I'm like, now you know what the problem is? I'm writing to the Rangers on mine, and it's gonna look like I'm copying off the Better Half.
That's okay.
So I'm writing something else though. So we eat, and then of course it took us like 40 minutes to get there because we left at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like 3:30 now. An hour and a half to get back.
An hour and a half. Well, how long did it take you to get there?
40 minutes.
Wow, an hour and a half. That's rough.
So flew
with two
through
kids.
Because
I've been in the car
through Yonkers
with all four of you.
Yeah, through Yonkers, flew through the Bronx, got over the bridge, and there was nothing but traffic.
Oh.
So into Queens and Long Island. So then my wife's like this. She goes, "Are you hungry?" I go, "No," because it's like 4:30, and I'm like, "No, we just ate," And she's like, "You want to take them for ice cream?" And then my daughter, ice cream? I want ice cream. So I'm like, fine, but you know what's going to happen? We're not going to want dinner till like 8, 9 o'clock. Yeah. I said, so we go to the place in Belmore, International Cafe.
Oh, yes, yes.
So
bastards only take cash.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. So we go. Everybody's ice cream comes out. They fuck up mine. So I asked for whatever I asked for, but I don't do the hot fudge anymore. But yeah. I got like the peanut butter sauce.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so it's covered in marshmallow sauce.
Yeah. Ooh.
So
fluffernutter.
I'm like, I'm just gonna eat it. I'm not gonna complain. So then I'm looking, and the two flavors I ordered ice cream, one of them's just straight up vanilla, and I didn't order vanilla. So I'm like, now I have to say something because the stupid meth head who works there she screwed it up. So I bring it over. I'm like, I said, I don't think I have the right ice cream, and I said, and I ordered peanut butter. I was like, if you tell me if it's the right ice, maybe I'm just not tasting it. She's like, she tells
sticks
me,
her finger in it.
No,
it tastes right.
She's like, no, it's good. So she goes, no, I'll make you a whole new one. It'll take me 5 minutes. I'm like, it's not a big deal. She's like, no, it's fine. So I'm like, fine. So I go back to the table. She comes back. There's one scoop of ice cream. Not the other flavor's gone. And there's like, now the other thing, let me tell you, the marshmallow, there was so much of it, it was dripping onto the plate, onto the bottom. Ooh. It was coming over. There was like a dollop, like a teaspoon of this peanut butter sauce.
Because it's coming out of her check, that's why.
So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I ain't eating this fucking thing. Stephanie goes, "Just eat the ice cream," and I'm like, no, I'm eat your ice cream. I'm like this. I'm like, so my son who's sick, he's like, you can have mine. I'm like, you're a germ bot. I'm like, get away from me. You don't even look at me.
Don't even look at me.
But so I end up eating it, and I'm like, well, screw that. She fucked it up not once but twice. Yeah. So I took it out of a tip.
Ooh, see, I can never do that.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like no matter
that's what a tip is for.
I know, but I have to tip them.
Yeah, I tipped it. I tipped it.
But I'm saying I have to tip the 20%.
I tipped to less than 15%.
See, I don't know.
Why?
But I don't know why, because to be honest with you, it's not like they're the ones that are serving the food nowadays.
She made it, and she served it.
Oh, okay.
Because
still,
just
I don't.
And she's made it not once, but twice.
You're actually better than me because I would not have sent it back. I've eaten French fries with a hair in it, and I didn't want to send it back in fear of sending it back.
Why? Why? Because you think they're going to spit in it?
I just something about sending back food.
The only time I ever really regretted sending back food. Okay, when I worked in production, we just did like it was a 2-day shoot. Each day was like 22 hours. Ooh. It was. I mean, I literally like had 3 hours sleep in 2 nights. Okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't even go back to Brooklyn. It was in Long Island. I actually slept in my car. Whew. Okay. So whatever. So and we went to not Outback. What was it? Boulder Creek or something?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
And I'm literally I'm spent. I am just exhausted. And our boss for putting us for doing such a really good job, which he rarely did, had the accountant who he I think was banging come out to us. She says, "Pay for the bill." Like, you know, so she had whatever, I guess the corporate card or whatever, and she said, "Pay for." So we get it and we order, and I'm like, let me get whatever the steak is, whatever, and
steak tartare,
whatever. Well, basically that's what I got. It was fucking mooing. Okay, so I brought it. The guy comes, he's like, "How is everything?" And I'm like, "You know how everything is? It fucking sucks." That's what I said. I said, "How about you fucking cook my steak?" And then I'm just like. And then he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." I go, "This thing is fucking still got grass in it, you know?" And I just pushed the plate away. He goes, "I'll have that fixed for you right away, sir." And then my guy next to me goes, "Enjoy your spit steak." And I'm like, "Oh man, that's right." I'm like, "Damn, I was so tired." He came back and I was just looking it over, and I'm like, "Is there Fromunda cheese on here?" I'm like, "What did they do to it?" I really couldn't find anything, so I ate it.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
Care. What I don't know ain't gonna hurt me.
I don't know. I can't do it.
But coming from a family who owned a restaurant, I know what went on in the kitchen when food came back.
Sure.
Did I ever tell you the story about what happened with my father with the shrimp?
No.
My dad had a restaurant up in the Catskills. Okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, it's called the Crossways.
Okay.
And it because it was actually on four-way intersection of Crossroads,
okay.
But they called it the Crossways. So we were in the kitchen one night, and it was a busy night. And of course, you know, it's a stressful night in a restaurant when it's busy in the kitchen because you're working nonstop. And I'm like 12 years old, if that, and I'm just cooking. My brother's doing pizzas.
You're cooking?
Oh yeah, child labor laws were not a thing back in the late '80s or early '80s, whatever it was. So I'm working the deep fryer. So I'm doing like French fries.
Do a fire later? Cool.
The French fries, chicken palm, shrimp palm, you know, anything that's got to be deep fried.
Yeah.
So, and I'm putting all the dishes together, and I slide it down the counter, and they throw it in the broiler. My brother's on pizzas all night. We got the regular cook cooking doing 12 things. My father's calling out the orders. He's cooking. And now shrimp scampi, let's just say it had 6 pieces in it. Okay, Now you know what shrimp scampi is, right? Okay. This woman, this Yenta from upstate New York, oy vey, look at this. She might not have been Jewish, but she was, because she did the ultimate, and I'll get to it. She did the ultimate thing you never do in a restaurant. Uh-oh. The waitress comes back, and the waitress who I think became my future aunt. My uncle worked there too.
So, there you go. All right.
She was a waitress. He was a cook.
There you go.
She comes back and she's like, this woman says the shrimp is cold. She wants another order. There were 2 shrimp left. Okay. So my father goes, "Get the fuck out of here with that shit." I'm like, here we go. He takes the
shrimp?
Takes the metal dish that it's in and launches it across the kitchen to where the dishwashers are. You know, let me get out. And they friggin' They what do you call it? They duck. It bounces off the wall into the sink. You know, there's sauce and shrimp everywhere. The garlic sauce. And she goes to Mike, "Get the fuck out of here." She's not getting it. Tell her that. Well, I don't even know if he might have, knowing my dad, he probably took it off the bill.
Yeah.
She's not getting another order. So you don't like calling, sending stuff back. What do you think is the next? You're a customer. What is the next logical step for you if your food, the 2 shrimp doesn't come back? What would you do?
Me being me, I'd probably just be like, "Can you take it off the bill?"
Okay. This woman did the ultimate no-no. Walked into my father's kitchen.
Oh, no.
I'm behind my father now. I'm handing my dad 2 plates to put up to the, to serve, you know. And all I see is the door creak open. Now, when the waitress came in, that door would fly open, bang, hit the wall, and all I see is that that extra hairsprayed hair. You know that like when the old lady, not beehive, but the old ladies.
I know what you're talking about.
I call it cotton candy hair.
Yeah.
Because there's so much Aquanet in it. You could see, and she's like, "Excuse me," and he goes, "Get out." He just goes, and she opens up the door and she comes in. He goes, "I said, get out of my kitchen," and tossed her out. I was like this. I was like, oh my God, that woman's dead. I'm just like, because my dad never laid a hand on me. Mm-hmm. God, I love him. God bless it. God rest his soul. Never laid a hand on me. He didn't have to. Okay, because I knew
we've talked about.
I've gotten the look.
Yeah.
The look. Yep. He's mastered the look. So, that was just a major no. So I rarely do bring. I rarely do send food back, just because I've been on the other side. I've worked every angle of that restaurant begrudgingly because I was a kid. I didn't want to spend my summers working in the kitchen, I wanted to have fun, but look, that was my circumstances. I dealt with it. But trying to think, like, getting back to our original topic of Valentine's Day, because we always go off on these tangents. I forgot what we were talking about, but I can't, I'm trying to recall. I mean, there were so many years I was single that I didn't have Valentine's Day.
I only had probably one Valentine's Day.
Good old Hannah and her 4 sisters was my Valentine's Day many nights.
I had one Valentine's Day date.
And go ahead. No, and then when we had the kids, and Valentine's Day is, we don't go out on Valentine's Day, even when we're married, because it's a ripoff. Like I went and got my wife flowers on Monday. I don't care. Call me cheap. She's like, I don't care. I'm cool with that. Why are you going to waste? Everything doubles.
It's like a friend of mine. Anthony DiDomenico does the other podcast, and that guys do the live one. What did he put up? Because he's a comedian. He put up, ladies, just realize that all the roses you're getting were all bought at a supermarket
or on the side of the highway
or something.
Yeah. So I got my wife some stuff a couple of days. I ordered something online that I knew she wanted. Well, not that she wanted. It was kind of trying to get her something she doesn't know.
Okay.
She got me something cool. Oh. She got me, what Displate is? Those metal signs. I have the Marty McFly one.
Oh, she got you. Okay.
She got me. I want to do that whole wall.
Yeah.
So I got a Mad Max one.
Ooh.
The original
nice.
Mad Max. Mel Gibson Mad Max. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm going to get one more on that one. And I gave her a list of the ones I liked, and I said, I'll never decide. Because I'm sitting there like, oh, I want the Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, B.A. Baracus. Oh, and I got all the cars with them walking in front of it. And, oh, Mad Max. Oh, Christine. I'm like, I gave her a list. I go, these are the ones I want. Don't tell me which one you're buying. I go, because I'll never give her an answer because I can't decide. So she got me that. I got her this pillow from Personal Creations.
My pillow?
No. It says, it all started on a blind date and a date we met. It's gay. But she loves that stuff. And so nice. And then I got some chocolates. I got her some flowers. But now, see, here's the thing you never have to deal with. I have to now get her something from my son to her.
Oh.
And I have to buy something for my daughter.
Yeah, I sent my mother a card. I sent my grandmother a card. That's about it.
Right. So, and she in turn sent something from my daughter to me. And
so you bought yourselves gifts.
No, I bought.
Essentially.
No. I bought my wife gift, and I bought my son a gift for my wife. He's 5. I can't. So Joey, go to CVS.
I'm just saying, I figured
the best part of it, I forgot to get Joey something for her.
Oh.
So the day before Thanksgiving, I'm in CVS.
Day before
Valentine's Day, I'm in CVS. That would be funny, And there's like 20 men online, and I'm like, I go, look, man, I planned this shit ahead. Okay, why do I got to wait behind you morons? And they're all, they're panicking.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I'm like, losers, and then. So I just got to get I got like a $1.99 heart with 4 candies in it, and
well, from a 5-year-old, that makes sense.
Yeah, So and then don't think I didn't ask him for the money. I was like, Joey, you owe me $1.99. He's like, what? I don't have a job.
Say
like,
what?
Get one. Slacker.
I may have had. I'm trying to think if I had them in college. I had to have had some Valentine's Day in college because we've had to have been going out. I don't know. We were so on and off, and I don't know what was happening in college. But before college, my first girlfriend actually was my first Valentine's Day date, if you will. My parents went out that night.
Valentine's Day?
Valentine's.
I know.
Sega. So my parents went out. So I'm like, all right, I'll invite her over to the house. Cool. Everything's good. My parents left. And I wasn't really looking. I knew there was going to be no shenanigans or anything, but,
evil shenanigans.
So I figured I'd cook dinner. Nice Italian dinner. Spaghetti, meatballs, whatever.
I'm sorry. You cook. I know. Okay, chicken parmesan.
What?
You didn't make the chicken.
It was good chicken parm.
You never made that chicken parmesan.
Whatever. Honestly, right. I told you I will remake the chicken parm.
I'm waiting.
Live on Facebook.
I'm waiting.
So
I'm patiently waiting.
Right,
we'll do it live.
Yeah. So she shows up. I got everything prepared. I got a nice candle, nice little rose. Like, oh, very nice.
This for your mom?
No. It's
kidding.
And so we ended up having a very nice Valentine's Day. It was just very. And then I think we went and watched a movie downstairs in the basement or something. Of course, before she showed up, about 10 minutes before she showed up, the pizza delivery delivered the meatballs and the
I thought you were
spaghetti.
cooking it.
That's not what she knows, and what she doesn't know is perfectly fine.
Oh, just like we don't know that you didn't make that chicken.
Well, no, chicken parm I made.
No, you didn't. Having a little mic trouble.
A little bit. It's karma.
So it showed up 15 minutes beforehand.
Yeah,
so you had to take it out.
What I did
was
Mrs.
Doubtfire.
I took it out of the containers, threw them into the pots and pans to sauce up the pots and pans.
Okay.
And then I dished it out.
Good move.
And as far as I know, she was none the wiser. We broke up 2 months later.
She knew.
I don't know, but something happened.
Well, we knew when you brought out that beautiful tray of chicken parmesan for our potluck dinner.
I didn't work hard.
That was definitely catered.
It was. Why would I cater such a small amount?
Because you said I only have 12 people coming or 13 people coming. I
we barely had that many.
And because you're not good with money, so you probably just figured out exactly how much you needed.
No, that's not true.
I know you better than you know yourself.
The only help I had, yes, my mother helped me, I will admit. But that's
the truth is slowly coming out.
No, it's of course my mother helped me.
Capizzi, Verdi, Manzo, you all have me to thank. I will
please.
crack this cookie.
Listen, meet me on my deathbed, and I will go to my grave because it is the truth.
And Larry's going to whisper in my ear and go, "Drown my computer."
We already got that on lock.
Okay, right? Larry.
In the future, here's what you do, people. In the future, buy 2 computers. Solves that problem real easy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was my one. I'm pretty sure I did another Valentine's Day in college with my girlfriend where she was in class. So what I did was I went over across campus, kind of stood outside the door in the hallway where she can kind of see me a little bit. And what I did was I was wearing this denim jacket, in which case when she came out in the hallway, I unbuttoned the denim jacket, and I had painted on my own body. It said Happy Valentine's Day.
Shirt, on your skin?
Yeah, I had no shirt on underneath.
You were exactly in shape.
No, well, I was a little bit better than what I am now. A little bit. Didn't have as much of a belly.
God. Who is this for again?
The Greek.
She must have been so embarrassed by you. No wonder she broke up with you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick, but come on, man. We all did stupid stuff, but you definitely.
I thought that would be funny and cute.
I think it's funny if you see. You promise you think like and don't take this the wrong way, but you think like you're that guy in a teenage movie.
Absolutely.
That guy who's like, I'm gonna win Becky Johnson.
I'm still living that right now. I know there's one out there who I'm gonna be like. It's gonna be like The Notebook.
Listen. No, 10 things I hate about you, and she's got it all, and I know what you did last summer, and all. That's a horror movie.
Wait a minute.
All those other teen movies where the nerdy girl takes off her glasses and her ponytail, and she's gorgeous. Okay, it doesn't exist, Larry.
Yeah, are you saying I'm gonna snag an Uggo?
An Uggo? Oh, that's from Mean Girls?
No, I came up with that myself.
I don't know what that is. Is that
a Larry Mormon original?
Last week we spoke about the ongoing thread of our celebrity, our childhood celebrity crush, and we have some new additions to add to the list.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. So one by a man and one by a woman. The woman was my wife, and she added to her
during dinner. Honey, quick question.
Yeah, who's your celebrity crush?
The only thing you talked about during dinner.
Yeah. And her answer was Jonathan Knight of the New Kids on the Block. Big fan of Jonathan Knight.
Oh, okay.
I kept saying Jonathan Hart. But she kept calling. She's like, I don't know who Jonathan Hart is. I think he's a wrestler, right?
No, that'd be Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, right? Okay, so
or Owen Hart.
So Jonathan Knight. I'm sorry. So we have
right.
Jack Wagner and Jonathan Knight.
Wagner
tied for the lead.
That's right.
Okay, now you have Myla Milano. You have Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yep.
And our good friend from YouTube, our YouTube buddy, Cinnamon73, all the way from California.
Oh.
California.
Awesome.
I think he actually told me the town. Pasadena, California. What's up, Cinnamon73?
What's going on?
Thanks for listening.
One of our biggest fans.
One of our biggest fan. Our fan. He came up with two, but I chose to pick the first one, he said.
Okay.
Just because
Fair enough.
The first one is, and he did the wonderful, fantastic, number 312 in the Spank Bank, Ms. Phoebe Cates.
Wow.
Yes. Everyone remembers the iconic Fast Times at Ridgemont High scene.
Yep.
Hi, Brad. I love when you watch me.
What was the song?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not going to put my computer on now.
Fair enough.
But Phoebe Cates. Can you guess who his number 2 was? And we've discussed her on this podcast before. You're not going to get it, though. Because we were talking about something else that she was in.
Jennifer Aniston?
No.
Okay.
She played 2 iconic roles.
Bette Midler.
You think that's someone's childhood crush?
I don't know how old this guy is.
I don't know. We don't know. How old are you, Cinnamon? Let us know in the next YouTube post. Or just, how about, just throw us an email.
What's the email?
The email. I know the email. The email is the better half. I'm sorry. See, now you screwed me up. I hate you. It's at betterhalfpod1@gmail.com.
Betterhalfpod1@gmail.com.
That's what I said. Betterhalfpod1@gmail.com. 1, the number 1.
Yeah.
First, she had a scene with a foul where she was in her panties. And the next, she was Leah Thompson. She was one Lorraine Baines McFly. You're going to marry me, Lorraine. Yeah, let's talk about that sexual assault. Okay.
Sexual assault? That's incest through and through.
No. I'm talking about with Biff. Biff should have been arrested 10 times over.
Right.
I mean, you're going to be my wife. You're a poopy head. What did she say something? Meanwhile, I've been playing the Back to the Future game.
Great game.
Fantastic game. Yeah. Highly recommend it.
God, Leah Thompson was amazing.
Oh, she was so hot. So hot. And that scene in Howard the Duck.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah, those
I need you to leave
little panties.
Right now.
I'm out of here.
Foul.
Foul. Yeah. So my son got some Valentine's cards from girls.
I got a Valentine's Day card from my mother and my grandmother. Each of them sent me gifts. Got a check from my grandmother.
Here's $5.
Cash from my mother. And by the way, my grandmother started listening to this podcast.
Oh no. Hi, Nana.
Grandma, trust me when I tell you, I love you. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. But I was talking to her yesterday, and she's a grandmother, so she's trying to
you
learn the technology.
You said something that you did on Valentine's Day, and your grandmother's going to hear this.
No, here's what happened. So I'm talking to her yesterday, and that's why I keep doing that. And
that's what she said.
She's like, yeah, I have the phone. She has a touchscreen phone now.
Wow.
And she's got, just someone teaching her the ropes. All right, whatever, no problem. And she's like, yeah, and I pulled up your podcast. I'm like, oh, which one? Retro Gamers. It's like the live one you did with your friend. I was like, okay.
I love it.
And I say to her,
what's her name?
Grandma.
What's her real name?
Pat.
Patty?
Pat. Patricia.
Patty.
No, okay. Pat. Never Patty. It's always been Pat.
All right. Patty, thank you for...
Stop it.
What?
That's my grandmother. Don't disrespect
her.
No,
I'm not disrespecting her. I don't know her.
My mother's mother.
No, my wife's mother. Call me son, goddammit.
So I told her, I'm like, oh, you listen to that one. And I literally, this is my quote, my direct quote. I go, that one's a bit salty. So you may want to... And she's like, I don't care. I'm
listen,
like, all right.
You got to remember, and I'm not talking about your grandmother at all, but back when people who are our grandparents' ages were in their 20s, they were doing, No, that's I don't, No,
I'm not. Right. I didn't want to pay royalties. That's what I'm trying to find. Okay.
This just in from the boys of Grover Seas. And the boys... remember, ladies, save your nylons. Parachutes are not free. Kill those Krauts and those Japs. This is your ear on the scene over at WSEA, your in-ocean newscast.
The boys are thinking of you.
When they come back, ladies, make sure there's fresh bread on the table.
And a nice pack of cigarettes.
Luckies.
A nice long draw.
And remember, ladies, according to our episode with the dating, never do your makeup in front of them. They want you to be ready. When they come back from the war fighting the Krauts, they're going to want some nice, fresh American hamburgers. Remember, ladies, look to the future.
What was the one about? Wasn't it like something to do with the bra or something like that? Or their bustier?
On the dating tips?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember.
But yeah, so she's listening. So, Grandma,
since you're now computer inept,
inept?
No, inept.
I feel like we have to edit some of this.
All right, Grandma, since you know computers, do us a favor. Go on to iTunes and rate, review, and share the Better Half podcast. Yeah. What? Pump the brakes. What?
Oh, I do want to make an announcement. Speaking of which, and yes, actually, I did talk over it because of a terrible joke I tried to do. But yeah, definitely go on to iTunes, rate us, Spreaker, rate us, thumbs up on YouTube. But soon, not yet, but soon we will be available on TuneIn and, which I didn't realize we weren't on already, Google Play.
Oh, very nice.
That is a whole new audience of...
that's like the Play Store? Like you could download...
You download Google Play Music. It'll be available through there.
Fantastic.
And I thought we were already on there.
And, of course, tell them where we already are on.
We're on Spreaker, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Alexa.
Thank you. You know, I asked Alexa if she was Skynet.
Oh.
You ever do this?
No.
You go, Alexa, you Skynet? No, I work for Amazon.
Well, remember...
Trust me. Like, it was a pause. I was like, all right, okay.
Well, remember when you used to ask her, I think they updated it, but you used to ask her, Alexa, do you work for the CIA? She would shut down.
No, NSA.
No,
no, she would shut down?
She would turn off.
I never asked her that.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it does it anymore. So, you had a wonderful time with your family. So, Valentine's, you had a time with your family.
Yeah. Well, put it this way. After today, I came home, I went down to the basement, and I said, I just need alone time. I said, because, I'm watching my son and daughter poking at each other in the car behind me because they get that mirror that faces, built into the
rear view mirror.
No, above the rear view mirror. There's a push down where your sunglasses go, but it sits down a little bit halfway, and there's a mirror, so you can see what's going on in the back seat. Okay. It's for parents.
How I don't want to say unruly. But how unruly have your kids ever gotten in public? Because I saw a display that I wanted to choke.
Well, we've spoken about the Toys R Us incident and the Panera Bread incident where I've dragged them, by the scruff of their neck into the car. And
that's you parenting. But was ever, and let me rephrase, that was my fault, maybe something where they weren't acting up, but they were just kind of...
Being douches?
Yeah, they were just kind of out of control, but not to the point where they were being disruptive.
Well, I mean, every kid is different, so it's hard to answer. But I think I know where you're going with this. But I've had issues where I'm big into when we're at a restaurant, sit down, face forward. I don't expect little step for children, but there's a certain decorum you should have when you're in public that I think should be upheld. Like if you like, my son is very fidgety. When we're at dinner table at home, it's like he needs a seatbelt. He constantly gets up, and he's got this thing, my son, where he has to like kind of always have human contact. Like he's always hugging my wife.
Talked about that.
Like when I was up at school the other day. running around. He's got like his hand on like his elbow on his friend's shoulder, and then he stops, and he runs over and he hugs the teacher, and then he comes back and he's got his hand, and then he's like his arm around. He's like a little version of Rodney Dangerfield. He just always keep moving. So yeah, but in public, like he's all over the place. He's just I'm like, Joe, sit down. And I'm on top of it. My wife says I get myself a little nuts, and I overparent or whatever. But I'm trying to avoid that situation where I have to go into grab them out of Toys R Us, or the time that I tortured them with Beatles songs because they were being bad and Raymore and Flanagan.
So the experience I had, which drove me batty, not only because I felt of the lack of respect for the publicness, which I'll explain in a moment, but also this pure safety of this child.
Yeah.
Coming home.
They were unparenting.
Home, yeah, we're coming home from the Islander game, Brooklyn to Long Island. So I'm on the Long Island Railroad. I get in, and there's this girl. She had to have been, 5 maybe.
This is on the way home?
On the way home. So it's already like 10:30.
Okay.
10:15, 10:30 at night. So what she does is, for those who know the Long Island Railroad, I'm talking about the newer cars. Every once in a blue moon, we still get an old car.
Okay, I don't think I've been in the newer cars yet.
So they have the racks up on top above the seats, to put your luggage and stuff.
Right, yeah, luggage, coat.
Yeah, and they have, they're slotted. Like, it's not a solid piece.
Yeah,
so you can actually grip them. So this 5-year-old, for some reason, decided to treat them like monkey bars. Quite impressive that she was actually able to maneuver around, but she's going back and forth on the thing.
Other people's seats? Or just within
what
her
happened?
seat?
It's the part where you have, because every once in a while on the railroad you'll have seats that face each other.
The three
room.
3 seats.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. So she was going back and forth on that, which, okay, fine. Now the train wasn't moving. I'm like, all right, well, that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Because I'm sitting all the way in the back. I'm like in the last seat, all the way back by the door. And then she sits on top of the seat, like on the headrest. Okay. She's sitting
where your head would go.
Yeah. So again, train's not moving. I'm like, well, to me that's rude to the Long Island Railroad.
Almost like when someone's talking a little loud before a movie starts. You're like, okay, is this person going to shut up, or are they going to talk through the trailers? Because I need to know.
So, and again, she's going back and forth like monkey bars on the thing. All right, doors close. We start moving. I'm like, okay, the girl is still sitting on top of the seat,
and she's 5 years old.
Got to be at most 5 years old, and she's not holding on to anything. And the train, now granted, when the train leaves the station, it's moving slowly, but it starts to pick up speed, which it does, and it starts rocking back and forth. And the parents are just, and they know what's going on. They're looking at her, and they're just sitting there. And then they let her, again, do this like monkey bar thing back. So she's all over the seats, and she's hanging off of equipment, which should not be. And when she's sitting on top of the on the seat, again, now we're starting to book. And it rocks. The train rocks.
Right.
I'm waiting for her to fall backwards. And the father just keeps looking at him like, oh, okay. And I'm like, say something. I'm sitting there.
So it was the mother and the father?
I saw at least the father. I think the mother was on the other side, but I couldn't see her.
Okay.
And I'm like I'm clenching. I'm literally clenching my fists. And I get to a point, I'm like, you know what? I hope she does fall off to teach these idiots a lesson.
Right.
Because the train's rocking back and forth. And not, again, like
now, was she being loud, or she was just sitting there?
She was sitting there. Again, this is more the safety as well. Now, granted, me being me, look, don't put your feet on the seat and don't sit on top of the seat. I don't care how old you are.
Right.
It's just rude to the Long Island Railroad. And people think it's a public thing, so they can do whatever they want. No, you can't do whatever you want.
It's not sanitary.
Well, that too.
I'm thinking like a father. So.
Yeah. So at one point she finally sits down. I'm like, all right, good, fine. So now I'll just go back and listening to. I had my headphones on and stuff. I see her pop back up, start doing the monkey bars thing again, and sits on top of the thing. I literally had to get up and switch cars. I was getting physically agitated.
She went into the area where like where your luggage would sit.
Yeah, she was just like hanging.
No, but she went and climbed over into it, so she could have been.
She was still hanging.
Okay.
And again, the train's moving.
Parents did nothing.
Nothing, and just sitting. And
did
I'm
they
not
say
talking
anything
about,
like
maybe just like, oh, why don't you sit down? Not like get down. Not like you're going to get hurt.
Right. See, I would go for that shit.
If you imagine, this is a bit of visual. I apologize. So imagine this was the headrest.
Right.
She's not sitting on it like forgive me. I know she's 5, but she's not sitting on it like it's a horse.
Right. Okay.
She's sitting it like that.
Oh, so her feet are dangling over this other side,
so she can easily flip backwards,
and also kick somebody in the head who was on the other right. Or
if that was the case,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was so livid, and of course, I really look. I know on this podcast. Hold on. I know on this podcast I talk about a lot, saying hate kids and stuff. I mean, look, I don't hate the human beings. I'm not crazy about the institution of children, but that's me being me. But it's like. Well, I completely forgot where I was going with that. Okay,
no, I understand what you were saying. I what you're basically saying is like, I know you don't hate kids. You hate.
Oh, some I hate.
You hate parents who don't parent,
and I do hate the idea of children. But what I was going to say was, I would never go up and say something to them because I'm not a parent.
Right.
If I had a kid, maybe I would say something. But I know
as
I don't
a parent,
have a kid.
you won't.
No, being me, I'll open my mouth. But be that as it may, I don't have a child, so I won't go up and tell him. But
from my side of it, though, as a parent,
fair enough.
As a parent,
I like when we stick to the topic of the show.
You don't tell another parent how to parent.
Even if the kid's going to be in date. Look, I'm not stressing.
No. The most I would do is like if I saw that and I happened to, let's say I was walking by, I'm like, oh, be careful, sweetie.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get hurt, and that's that. I think I've actually done that in situations where we've been at parties, whatever, and a kid is like, whatever. Let's say he's, spinning something to the point where like I know he's going to break a vase or something or whatever, and I'm like, oh, hey, let's take a breath, but I'll never say, hey, put that goddamn thing down, because as a parent, I have two things I got to worry about at a party, my son and my daughter, If I come across a situation where somebody does something to my kid, I'm not gonna go like I'll go whoa, and I'll remove my kids from the situation. But then I'm like, all right, who's his parent?
Yeah,
because then I'll go up and listen. I don't want to be a pain in the ass here, but your son just hit my daughter with a beanbag in her face and she's crying, and can you maybe take care of that? But. I'll never go, can you do something about your kid here? I mean, like, you don't come off with that because everybody parents differently. And I'm not defending this kid. The parents were complete douchebags for not doing anything. Plus, you're in a public place. Other people there, they're tired.
It was after a game.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming, it was mostly.
But I'm saying.
But there's also other people on the train, not who were at
True.
And I've been on trains late at night, like coming back from my bachelor party. Okay, I was half in the bag. It was me and my buddy. We were coming back. You didn't go.
Okay, yeah. No, I was at your bachelor party, but I wasn't with you.
You were at my bachelor party in the city?
Absolutely. That was the first time I ever got on.
Oh, yeah. You didn't live Long Island yet.
No.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. Because
I was with Stephanie in Long Island.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
I went, but you went back to Brooklyn.
That Kobe steak was fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
And so was that Russian.
The French onion soup was good, too. Yes, the Russian, not Russian dressing. Well, the first lap dance I got, the woman's like, she comes up. I'll tell you. Well, first, but so it was like we went out to a bar afterwards. We went out for one. He wanted to buy. I don't talk to him anymore, but he wanted to buy me a drink.
Fair enough.
So he goes, I want before we had time to kill. So we went, because it's like off hours on the train. We walk into Penn Station and there is a group of girls there. And I tell my wife this story all the time. She laughs her ass off at it because it's not one part of what I'm about to tell you is made up. This is, I swear on my children, this is the truth. We walk in Penn Station. Now, I don't remember the name of the place. I haven't been in Penn Station in a while, but they sold these pretzels that are like drenched in butter.
Ooh,
they're fantastic. Yeah. They're very they might just I say drenched, but they're coated with butter.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to soak up some of the alcohol because I know I still have to drive back from the train to my apartment, which is a half a mile, but still. So
line your thumbs up with the lines on the road.
Yeah. I'm literally just what do you call it? I'm scoffing down this thing, and these girls walk into Penn. We saw them on the street earlier.
Okay.
They come into Penn and they have these giant, like, adult-themed balloon animals.
What was it, like a bachelorette party?
Must have been a bachelor party or a birthday or whatever.
Okay.
Like there was a balloon shaped like a tit. There was one. There was one shaped like a dick. Balloons.
Like a balloon animal.
Balloon animals.
Okay.
Like dirty balloon animals. One was shaped like a vagina.
I got a good story about that too.
So they come into the same like. It wasn't a restaurant, but whatever.
Yeah,
no,
I mean,
you get a hot dog.
They've redone it.
Yeah,
but I know
you
what
can get
you're
hot
talking
dogs,
about.
you get pretzels. They have the orange Julius or whatever. So we're in there, and we're just shoving our fat faces with the pretzels. And they're like, "Oh my god, I want a hot dog." So they sit, and their fucking balloons are bumping into people and everything. And I'm like, I don't, we walk out, and we walk to to the main, herding area where they let track 20 or whatever. We get on a train, we sit, and lo and behold, who walks in on the train? These 4 girls. And,
oh man.
Okay, they're drunk. They're drunk off their faces, and of course they're walking down the aisles, boom, boom, and they're hitting everyone in the head with their stupid balloons. Jesus. Now we were towards one end of the car, and then you a couple seats, and then you had the 2 seats that face each other. They were on the opposite side, so they were on the opposite side of the car. It's like 4:00 in the morning. Okay,
ooh, I don't miss those days.
And I'm like ready to pass out. My buddy's he's next to me. He's passing out. And then we hear this. And I'm going to do this exactly like I heard it on that day in 2008. When did I get married? 2008. 2007. Okay? So, yeah, I'm married 10 years. I was married 10 years in August. So I hear this. I go, I'm going to have to get into the mode here.
Okay. No.
Oh, my God. I'm so hungry. Does anybody have any food? I'll totally buy food off you. And I'm like, and now at a decibel that I don't want to blow out the mics was so loud. She's like, oh my God, bitch. Lindsay, you bitch. Lindsay, I know you like my brother, but if you hurt him, I swear to God, I will hurt you, bitch. She goes, you're my best friend. I love you, but you hurt my brother, I will hurt you. Okay, bitch? And I'm just like, I'm like, oh, I look at my buddy. I go, this fucking bitch is going to talk all fucking way home. And I guarantee she gets off our stop. And he goes, oh yeah, that's just a given. So she goes, anybody have food? I'll buy food. Hey, wait. Oh, no. I have to.
I was thinking, how many other people are in the train?
Packed.
Oh, okay.
Packed. I guess the clubs must have got out.
Yeah, probably.
It was 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I don't normally take the train. So I don't, you know, this was a packed train. Okay. And she's like, oh my God, Lindsay, do you remember tonight? Like that line right there. Do you remember tonight? Tonight happened 10 minutes ago. You remember? Oh, wait. Refresh my memory. You know what the best part about tonight was? When I got my vagina. I love my vagina. And then, of course, someone goes, yeah, we love your vagina too, So, and we start, a couple of guys start chuckling. Oh my God, how rude. How rude, you asshole. Who said that? Do you have food? We should go to a diner. So now I'm thinking, because this is me, this is how I think. I'm thinking, okay, diner. Where's there a diner along this route? Now we were on the Bethpage line. Okay, because we lived in Levittown, so I parked at the Bethpage, and I'm thinking, diner. Okay, Hicksville. There's a diner right on 106, Hicksville, right by the train station. I'm like, oh my God, these are North Shore girls. I literally gave them a whole backstory, and I'm going. I go to my friend. I go, dude. I go, Hicksville. That's the diner, right? He goes, oh fuck, we're the next exit. We're the next stop. Yeah. So he goes, we're gonna get one good stop, right? Of quiet. This goes on from Penn Station to Hicksville, okay, and then literally a stop before Hicksville. Now, my buddy, he's my old buddy. He's very he's an emotional guy. Okay, but when it comes to stressful situations, he's cool, calm, and collected. He's very he owns guns. Ooh, nice. He's not the type of guy. Like if he was carrying a gun, he's 1,000% responsible. He could be getting beaten up. He'll never brandish the gun because he knows it's not worth it, unless someone was going for the gun. He's very responsible, very calm, very calculated. He lost it. He didn't have a gun on him, obviously, but he just goes. And this girl, would not shut up, and all she kept talking. All I heard was, "Oh my God, Lindsay! Oh my God, Lindsay! Lindsay, bitch! Oh my God!" For half hour, nonstop. Oh God. He goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake, would somebody shut that fucking cunt up?" I was just like, I literally was just like, put my head in my hands. I was hysterical laughing. It's like, people started clapping. Okay. And she's like, then we get this dead silence. Yeah. is he talking to me? What a dick. And then next stop, Hicksville. And I'm like, and she goes, that's our stop. And I was like, thank the fucking Lord. Oh my God. And they got off the train and everyone was just like, I was like, I wanted to imagine because I couldn't see. I wasn't by the window. Yeah. Everyone was just giving their finger out the window to this fucking girl. Oh, so, man. But yeah, train etiquette. This was an adult. You know what? She might now be the mother of that child.
Maybe. So,
but yeah, those parents were terrible parents. They weren't parenting. They were just. You know, I mean, if they were coming from the game, I don't know. Maybe they were a little drunk. Who knows? I mean, first of all, that's something I'll never do. I was at Miller's Ale House one time with my wife and I. This was before we had. Juliana might have been a baby, yeah. But the guy behind us was with his two boys, and he was pounding Fosters.
There you go, Fosters.
But like he had like 3 of them, and then he got another, and he's got his 2 boys with him, and I'm like, this guy's driving home, you know. So I said, I go, should we do something, you know? And she's like, my wife does not like. She's like, don't get involved. I go, Steph. I go, these kids are gonna get in a car with this guy. I go. You know, God forbid now we go home, we hear something on the news how this guy killed his 2 kids. So I couldn't let it go. I was like, but you get, you know, it's a fine line. You don't want to parent somebody else, and then also you don't want to put yourself in a situation where, you know, this guy could be hostile, you know, and I got my baby with me, you know, and so I went up to the manager. I said something. I said, look, this is not my business. I said, but this guy did not get dropped off here. He's with his 2 boys. They all walked in together, and his kids were maybe like 8 and 10. Mm-hmm. I go, he's been pounding beers all night, you know. And he's like, which table? And I go, you know, I showed right there. Yeah. He goes, all right. He goes, obviously we're gonna cut him off. So he's like, and we'll you know, we'll use our judgment to see if, you know. I'm like, I said, look, I said, I don't want to get involved here. I said, I just feel like I'm obligated to do something. So he's like, all right, no problem. And then, you know, then we left. I mean, I don't know what happened. I assume nothing. But, you know, I just, you know, we have a license to be drivers. You know, you should have a license to be a parent.
I agree with that.
You know, I mean, you know, it's just, there's some people who should just not be allowed to procreate, you know, and it's a sin, you know, because I know there's people who can have children who would make great parents, you know, and just, you know, medically can't.
Oh, that's why there's adoption.
Right. But I guess for a woman, it's also that having the child thing, whatever. I mean, I don't know. But I like I said, I concern myself with 2 things, my kids. You know, I just try to raise them to be good adults, and if they can't be good adults, then I'm kicking their asses out. So, no. You know, I just it's tough. It's tough. I mean, as a single person, you did the right thing by not saying anything. You removed yourself from the situation, which was a good thing.
I may have had a loud, audible, but I moved ahead.
I had a situation once where we were we were going down to Disney, and the kids were young, and you're getting off a plane at Orlando, okay?
Orlando.
And so there's a good chunk of the kids on a plane. You know, this plane, you know, you're going to Orlando, there's kids on this plane. Yeah. So, yeah, we had to, now when you travel with kids, we had the carriage that you have to check at the gate, you know, and they made whatever they put it. I don't know if they strap it to a wing or whatever. They just let it flop out the, you know, the back, you know. But, so we had that, and a car seat. You know, the old, you know, the regular.
Strap him to a car seat in the plane?
No. Oh, okay. No, Joey was a little bit. We had both kids. It was my.
Is that just a rule? Because I've never seen one.
No, if it's a baby of a certain age, they hold them.
Oh, okay.
And then
you're not even allowed to hold your pocketbook.
Yeah, but no, I'm allowed to hold my teacup poodle or my ostrich. You know, but don't get me started. So, fucking snowflakes. She this guy, he was obviously doing some sort of business. He had like, you know, not like one of those like, you know, doctor's briefcases or whatever, a soft briefcase.
Yeah.
And he was we're all trying to get off the plane. I got my, like, you know, at the time it was like my 2-year-old son, my 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get the carriage and the car seat, and we're coming from New York, so we have our jackets, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
And this guy is behind us, and we're trying to get off the plane. We're trying to get everything. I'm trying to open up the carriage so I could just throw everything on top of it. My daughter's walking, and just my wife's holding my son, so we could just throw everything inside the and then carriage and push it out. And then when we get to off the ramp, we'll put everything together. Mm-hmm. And this guy's, I feel him like breathing down my neck, because I'm in the aisle and last. So it's my daughter, my wife's holding my son, and then me. My wife's holding my son, my daughter, and then me.
Okay.
And this guy's behind me, and I'm inching along, and we get out. We finally get a thing, and now I have to open up the carriage, and he's like, "Oh Jesus!" He goes like that, and I go, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I go like that to be. Because now I'm sweating. I'm trying to get. Because this is me. I'm like,
your vacation's not starting.
I'm trying to get. I don't want to be an inconvenience to other people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get off this plane as fast as possible. And you know how it is on planes.
Yep.
There's that one asshole who's got to bum rush the aisle before the plane. And then you have
I get yelled at every time.
The guy who stowed his shit above you, but he's like 30 feet behind.
Honestly, right?
And he's that's mine. That's mine. I'm like, shut up, dick. I'll throw it right on my chair. You can get it. It's easy for you. So. We get out, and he's like, Jesus. And I go, are you fucking kidding me? I go, you're on a plane to fucking Orlando, you dick. I'm like, you don't think there's going to be kids on this goddamn plane? Asshole. I go, have a nice fucking vacation, douchebag. And he just walks ahead of me. He's like, walking really fast. I'm like, you better fucking walk.
Can you do that imitation again of him walking?
So it's
that was just for me, folks.
Yeah. So he what do you call it? Here's the best part about it. The whole fucking situation is, I get there, I put the carriage together, I put the thing on top, we get, a carry-on to put one kid in, and my daughter, I got to go to the bathroom. So we get to the bathrooms, guess who comes walking out of the bathroom? I go, why? And I go, why don't you tell me how to take a shit? I was just like, and now he didn't answer me. He just walked away. But yeah, parents are, some parents are assholes. Some people are assholes. I'm an asshole. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is. No. So.
It's funny, real quick, before we move on, it's funny you mentioned with those subway, the Long Island Railroad stories. I think we have to take an episode, because I've experienced some wacky stuff.
On the Long Island Railroad?
On the Long Island Railroad, and just on the subway in general. Maybe we'll do that at a future future date.
Well, what else we got? Oh, yeah, there was one other thing. We actually had a little request, but I don't know if it was hard to get because it's been very busy. But do
you have the hotline number?
I'm going to get him on the phone right now.
Okay.
So actually, I'm just waiting to get patched through.
Good thing you have a brand new phone that's going to sound crystal clear.
It's going to sound almost like he's in the room.
Almost.
So hold on one second. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, it's Frank. Better Half Podcast. Oh yeah, I'm setting up the wire now. It's in. All I got to do is press speak. Okay. Hello. Frank, Larry, I just want to say, love the show. It's been really good. I've been really busy lately, okay? Trying to get things passed, trying to drain the swamp, okay? I know I have a friend, a fan, Cinnamon 73, Pasadena, California. Not my favorite state, okay? Just saying, not my favorite state, okay? It's a huge, huge state. Not my favorite state, okay? I hear they want to leave. Bye, Felicia. Okay. I just want to say Valentine's Day was really, really good, okay?
Was it?
Me, Melania, we had some molten lava brownies that she made, okay?
Wow.
They were fantastic, okay? Okay.
Didn't know she was a cook.
Oh, she cooks great, okay? She wore a little skimpy outfit for me. Oh, it was nice. It was nice.
It was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, she did my hair. I did her hair.
Oh.
It was so cool, okay? I heard, Frank, you had a very stressful one. Larry, sorry you didn't have any. But okay, it's okay. You know what? You hang with the Donald, everything's going to be okay.
I'm in.
Okay. Hey, Larry, you voted for me, right, Larry?
I sure did.
I appreciate your vote,
Yeah.
and
I live in New York, too.
New York, great state. Loves New York, great state. You know what? It's so good they named it twice, okay? New York, it's great. Got a lot of good shopping in New York, 6th Avenue, 5th Avenue, 4th Avenue, 3rd Avenue, all the other avenues, the Avenue of the Americas. Notice no Avenue of the Russians, okay? Why? Nothing happened, okay?
Okay, nothing happened. Too many things worrying about the Donald. Okay, I don't know why I even took this job. I'm sick of it. I got agita. Okay, Melania's bitching to me.
Oh, no.
Ivanka's bitching to me.
Oh, well, she's allowed.
Mike Pence, good guy. Head very round head. I love him.
He's over in Korea, South Korea right now.
He's doing his thing, you know. He's over there having some P.F. Chang's, okay. And you know who doesn't like me? That other one from New York. She lives upstate. You know who I'm talking about.
Crooked Hillary.
Crooked Hillary. Her and Bill. Me and Bill. You know what? I would have had a beer with Bill. But you know what? All I'm going to hear about him is. He's like, oh, bitching about Hillary. You know, she's home all day. Okay. That's
an amazing impression, Mr. President.
You didn't know I do impressions? Here's my impression of Bill Clinton at home with Hillary, okay, the day after the election. Okay, hold on. I got to get into it.
You got to get it.
Okay. Hillary, Hillary, I just want to say, could you just shut up for 5 seconds, okay? I'm trying to finish this movie. It's Point Break, okay? Okay. This is, hey, no, have you seen my cigars? I don't care. I don't care. All I know is now, I thought you were going to be gone for 4 years. Okay. You like that? That was a good one, right, Larry? You like that? I do other impressions, too.
You're multi-talented, sir. I'm happy I voted you in.
Well,
I was helped to vote you in.
Yes, there's a lot of people who didn't vote me in. I don't care about the popular vote. The key word here is electoral.
That's why it's there.
Okay?
That's why it's
I don't care. Little Marco Rubio and all those other guys. They don't like me. I don't like them. Draining the swamp. You know what the whole point of my draining the swamp is? I'm going to drain myself, okay? I don't care if I go down. I'm bringing it all down with me.
Well, you're making some moves. I think you're the most... you've done more in this first year, I think, than most any other presidents have ever done in a long time.
I hit the ground running.
You really did.
Okay, and, haters going to hate. Haters going to hate.
I think that you should have used that as your campaign slogan. You probably would have...
2020.
You probably would have gotten...
2020.
Okay. Well, that's when you go up against The Rock.
Can he smell what the Donald's cooking?
Oh, there
I'll
you
take
go.
The Rock down, okay?
Nice. Well,
the Brahma Bull.
You already got a victory at WrestleMania,
That's
so we'll
right.
take it.
He's going down 2-0 for the Donald.
So,
you know what happens in 2024? Ivanka.
Ooh,
First
I'll take that.
female president, okay?
She's a looker.
That's my daughter. She is pretty hot. I got to admit, if I wasn't married.
Well, do you remember when you went into the WWE Hall of Fame, everyone was booing you at Madison Square Garden?
I get booed all the time. It's okay.
And then you realized what that was, and you immediately brought up your daughter.
Well,
and then we all cheered for her.
Absolutely. She's a doll.
You may have even said it then as well. She was hot.
Say it all the time. Nothing wrong with it. But you know what, Larry? It's been real. Frank, he always, for some reason, he always has to go to the bathroom every time I come here.
Oh, and I don't even know how to turn his phone off, so you may have to disconnect it
on
your end.
When I hang up, it'll go bleep bloop.
Oh, cool.
So, I tell him I said hi.
Oh, will do.
Okay, and keep good luck with the show. I'm
going
to give you guys a rate and review on iTunes.
That would be awesome.
It might just say, DT.
Okay.
Okay, that's me, Donald Trump.
I completely understand.
And, I just want to say, keep up the good work. All your other podcasts. We know this one is my favorite.
It is your favorite. Yeah. Well, you haven't been on I'd love to get you on the Retro Gamers.
Someday, maybe someday. You never know.
We'll see about that.
Your ratings will go through the roof. Okay, through the roof. I understand your co-host is from California.
Well, originally he's from Brooklyn, but yes.
Where does he reside now?
He's in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, listen, I gotta go. I gotta make a few phone calls to my peeps over there in Europe land.
Okay.
And
anywhere specific in Europe?
I can't tell you. Classified.
Okay.
Classified. I'd have to kill you.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
might just do it.
Oh, I hope
anyway,
not.
No, I'm kidding. I kid. The Donald likes to kid. Okay,
you're right. That is a joke. Kind of like when you called Democrats. What do you call them? Not terrorists, but you called them.
Well, we know they're not deplorables. That's my crew. Holla. Okay, well. Trumpski out, baby.
Ooh,
I say Trumpski.
I like it.
Hashtag. Little Russian collusion there.
Hashtag
See what I
Trumpski.
did there?
We'll
I can laugh at myself.
You can. You're good.
You know what they say, Larry? If you can't laugh at yourself, laugh at Hillary. Trump out.
Let me turn this phone off here.
Hold on. Wait.
No, Frank, you're too late.
Dude, I've been in the bathroom all day the last 2 days. What happened? I missed him?
Yeah, he was on the phone again. Fuck. He was good. He was talking about some good stuff.
All I ever get to do is speak to his people.
I know. Well, yeah. I mean, you talk to the.
It's our one good hookup.
It really is. It's. But he said he's going to give us a good rating on iTunes, so it's okay.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Donald Trump rules.
Listen, he may or may not be on the Retro Gamers.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see. You know, I mean, you never know. That would be nice.
You never know.
What did he say? What did he talk about?
No, he just talked about draining the swamp. Hey-oh.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Actually, he does a tremendous Bill Clinton.
Shut the hell up.
He does. I mean, honestly,
Trump does Bill Clinton.
Trump does an amazing Bill Clinton.
I'm gonna have to listen to this.
You're gonna have. Well, good thing you listen back on the show.
Yeah, well, I do listen to it when it comes out.
Some crooked Hillary stuff, which is always good.
Well, yeah.
Apparently, his Valentine's Day was very good.
Good. Well, he's the president.
Melania
it should be good.
Apparently made it good.
She's pretty hot.
She is.
So.
But you know what it is too? She's hot, but she's also
classy.
Very classy. Probably classy. Just as classy as Jackie O.
They compared them.
Yeah.
They compared them.
So, did you see Obama's painting?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Was that his official painting?
That is his official painting. That is going to be.
That's the official historic painting.
And you've seen when they compared it to other historical presidential
yes,
paintings.
I saw that.
They usually in an office.
I thought that was just some artist doing like a painting.
No, there was an artist just doing a painting.
But that is going to be for the rest of our lives.
Presidential painting.
That's got to be a joke.
Not only that, Michelle's looks nothing like Michelle Obama.
I thought it was like some sort of struggling artist trying to like get a name for himself, and it just went viral.
No,
because you obviously see I didn't click on any of that.
No, of course. Obama. No, he unveiled it himself. I don't think he knew it. He didn't. When he pulled the curtain, I think that was the first time he saw it.
He went, "This is shit. This looks like shit."
That'd be awesome if he said that.
Is that supposed to be me? Who the hell's that man? Oh, that's my wife? What are you, nuts? Get the fuck out of here with this shit. It's like Jimmy Carter met Obama. Never did an Obama impression before.
Oh, you're knocking him out of the park. I gotta add that to the list. You gotta work on a Bill Clinton though, because Trump did an amazing Bill. You can't do Bill Clinton like Trump did.
I can do a Bill Clinton.
As good as Trump.
I haven't done it in years, but I used to back in the day when he was president. I would able to.
So you were very topical back then.
Is topical. That was bad dice.
Oh, I got to tell you so without getting into details, at my 9 to 5, I got a phone call from somebody, and her name was Camille, and to tell you that I did my best not to bust out laughing.
Did you think it was
all in my head? Fred Cosby was in my head.
Camille!
That's all I heard in my head.
Did she have a son named Theo?
No, I don't know.
What was she calling about?
It was a professional. It was a professional
that's
thing.
Fantastic.
And I just and your name? Camille. What?
Frank? Yeah. No, Camille. That doesn't sound like Frank.
All going through my head was Camille. That's all I heard.
Do you realize I tried dating a girl named Camille once?
Really?
Back in, she was my aunt's neighbor.
Okay.
And she was when I used to go over to my aunt's house, we'd hang out,
yeah.
And I remember I liked her. I made her laugh, but she never was really
make her laugh, make her breakfast.
She never was really into me. And then when I got to Brooklyn College, she came to Brooklyn College. Like I was in, I think I might have been in 2 years already. I don't want to say junior because it's credit based, but I introduced her around to everybody. I made I showed her around campus like she knew nobody, and then I think she ended up joining sorority and then totally fucking blew me off.
There you go. That sounds about right.
Fucking hooah.
She's a dirty whore.
So good episode 20 in the bag.
This is good. We getting there, brother.
We got real quick. Oh my god, I completely forgot.
What's the matter?
It's time for old news.
Old news.
Oh,
we need
a theme song.
I like that. That was good.
There's no GNUs like old GNUs, like good GNUs. So
let's work on a logo first.
Our new segment is called Old News, and it's basically old news because by the time this airs,
it's gonna be
old news. So I have 2 stories this week.
All right.
Last week I had 1. This week we have 2. I probably most likely just have 2. This one, and I'm not saying these come from reputable organizations, but they are relationship based. Now, this is a relationship between a mother and son, not incestual.
No.
But according to the DailyMail.com.
God, what a rag.
It says
Actually,
.com.
It should be .co.uk.
Yes, but it says on the website, DailyMail.com. Okay.
Probably redirected.
You know our good friend Elizabeth Hurley from
oh my God, yes,
from the Austin Powers movie.
Absolutely, she is the hottest 50-something-year-old.
52 years old.
Good Lord Almighty!
But she apparently told all of her Twitter followers that her all new sexy bikini pictures and topless pictures, where I guess she's doing the whole hand bra.
She had that, and she also had one where she was just wearing like this white top that just came straight down.
Yes, that's in here. Were taken by her 15-year-old son. Yes,
awkward.
And
that's weird.
Yeah, and he's like, Mom, it's a little embarrassing. They're British, aren't
they?
Pip
pip cheerio.
Right. So she revealed to her I think she's got like 355,000 followers.
She should have a lot more than that.
Yeah, it's a lot. That she basically had her son. 833,000 followers. Took these pictures, and of course some people are brandishing it as a weird relationship. Yeah. And I saw the picture of the son, and he looks like a girl. Again, war against masculinity. But he took the pictures of his mom, and he said, his friends are probably going to torture the poor guy. I mean, obviously he's got a MILF for a mother.
Absolutely.
But he's an actor.
I was going to say
he's 15 years old, but he acts.
And plus, the British, they're a bit more proper.
They're
over
a little
there.
more proper, but they're also, I think, Europe is a little bit more progressive than Americans.
That too, and then they're probably also dirty.
Go on, you got it. Dirty mole.
I can't even think of the word.
All right. Well, fun side fact.
Yeah.
Hugh Grant, former flame of Elizabeth Hurley's,
that's right,
is the son's godfather.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at these pictures of Elizabeth Hurley, and she's delicious.
Absolutely.
Smoking.
She's holding up like a fine wine.
Right. So, what's
up with these celebrities and their kids? Remember the Cher video where her son was playing bass behind her?
Well,
and she was wearing that thong thing on the. What is it? Turn Back Time. If I can turn back time.
No, that was bad.
If I can find
she was pretty hot in that, but she's like, what, 85 years old now?
She was 85 years old then.
Yeah. Okay, so, that's a little weird. That's a little weird relationship story.
A little weird.
On to relationship story number 2.
Oh, we have multiple stories.
We have 2. This one could also be used for the retro gamers. Now, you're going to say, Frank, how is that even possible?
I'm
glad you asked, Larry. So, it's according to the Sun.
Elizabeth Hurley's son?
No. The
Son's more reputable.
Right.
Like
is it? I don't know.
I think it is. It's got new girls on page 3, I think.
Right. Well, I'm going to say student, 20 years old, plans to marry. Finish the sentence. Plans to marry.
I think I've seen this. A video game.
Tetris.
Yes, Tetris.
Yeah. After her relationship with a calculator called Pierre ended when she lost it. She lost her last boyfriend.
That's how my girlfriend's.
Yeah. So, Nouril Majabin Hassan, known as Fractal, said she's been
an online handle.
She's been in a relationship with a calculator she named Pierre, and admits she's had feelings for iPods, treadmills, and a GPS system.
I don't blame her on treadmills.
Yeah. So,
please,
she's 20 years old.
Stop.
You want me to stop? Oh.
Don't put me there again.
20 years old, who likes to be known as Fractal Tetris Huracan, identifies as an objectum sexual, which means she's attracted to inanimate objects. Yeah. That is a nice boulder.
Yeah, honestly. Well, it's,
So, she's from Orlando, Florida.
Oh,
okay. And she surrounds herself with Tetris-shaped objects in her room and at home, and said she now plans to marry the game when she graduates from the University of Florida in 2 years.
Here's my question. Who's the psycho who's going to officiate that one?
Oh, someone will do it. There's plenty of psychos in this world. People eat their faces down in Florida. So she started a relationship with the puzzle game in September 2016 and sometimes spends up to 12 hours a day playing it on websites, her phone, and her Game Boy.
The Game Boy version is awesome. You know what? I don't kind of blame her on the Game Boy version.
We need to reread this. I'm going to send you the link because you need to show this to Anthony for the Retro Gamers. She claims she sleeps with and enjoys a physical relationship with Tetris-themed objects, including Tetris hard drives and cushions.
So dildos.
Hard drives? I don't know what
hard drive. Wait, a Tetris hard drive. What does that even mean?
That's gotta hurt. No, I mean, she said, "I think Tetris is so beautiful. He is about perfection, and he stimulates your mind. Physically, I get that feeling that people in relationships get, that you know they are the right one." You ready for this?
I'm listening.
Tetris. She's talking about Tetris. "I love him so much and get an immense sense of satisfaction with him."
What does Tetris have to say?
"I have a strong connection with him and have invested so much in him." She needs to get out. She needs to get out of the basement.
Poor Alexei Pajanov. I don't think that he ever thought when he was in communist Russia making this game, which the Russian government took from him, and he didn't make a dime until like 20, 25 years later.
Now, here's my take on it.
I think he's the one that needs to initiate that wedding.
I think Tetris is a fucking stud. And you want me to tell you? And you want to know why?
Why?
I'm glad you asked. Nouriel, or Fractal, whatever her name is, says part of the attraction is the satisfaction she gets from clearing the lines as quickly as possible. Her current record standing is at 49.53 seconds. He gets her off in less than a minute.
That's better than I've ever done.
She wears Tetris necklace, has Tetris-shaped lamps. I want one.
Actually, those things are cool.
T-shirts, magnets, and the rare Tetris hard drive editions that she sleeps with. Maybe they mean a hard copy. I don't know. Maybe like a cart. Maybe a cart.
It's got probably. I have a cartridge here. Hey, hold on,
dude. You're right up her alley. Wait, where are you going? You're gonna knock it all over. No. What's Karnov?
Karnov is awesome.
Okay.
So let's see. No, it's all right. I'm gonna be over here.
So wait, let me finish real quick. So when she graduates, she plans to have a commitment ceremony with Tetris, surrounded by her friends. Stop right there.
Was that plural?
Friends. Like she has friends.
I think she meant the DVDs.
No, I think she meant like Frogger, Cubert, and Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man.
Well, they've already been in committed relationship.
So,
all right. So I have with me here a copy of Tetris from Russia with Fun. It's a official NES copy. Let's see. The Relentless Building Block Video Puzzle. I don't know. Is that doing anything for you?
I gotta tell you, I'm rock hard right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to shove this up your ass?
Again? No.
Which way?
No. Sideways.
Be shitting pancakes.
So yeah, that's that is.
Well, it is a bit phallic-y. Look at that. See that there, right? You get that straight block, and then the L block.
Well, the way I see it, if you get the two square blocks and the straight block.
Oh, there you go. That's true.
Go.
Clear 4 lines in one shot.
So that, my friends, my fans, my listeners, was old news.
Old news. I feel like a rock star.
I need to come up with a little, that is the news, and I am out of here, like Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller has not been mentioned, I think, anywhere in a while. Remember when he did Monday Night Football?
Yeah, like he did it like less than a year, right?
I think it was only one season.
What were some of those news things from Saturday Night Live? I'm Colin Quinn, and this.
Oh, I'm Colin Quinn, and that's news to me.
Somebody, and you're not. I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not.
Yeah. Oh, then they had the.
What happened to Norm? No.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
No, what was that? I'm Norm Macdonald, and
I don't think Norm had any.
He didn't have a sign off.
I don't think so. And then it kind of got lame. Actually,
yeah, I don't even know.
Like the sign-offs, it's just the writers at this point.
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in years.
But yeah, that was a good one. I'm Colin Quinn, and that's news to me.
Yeah, that's what his is, right? And Dennis Miller's "I am out of here," right?
I am out of here. He would do the circle on the paper.
Okay, bump.
He'd be like, "I am out of here."
There's one thing about and this will end on this. Saturday Night Live Weekend Update. There was a season, I forgot where they. I think it was the year, if you could probably Google, the year we went to war, the first Iran war,
91?
Iraq war.
Okay.
91, where they said most people on the map didn't know where Iraq or Baghdad was, and then he had the map of the world behind him, and they cut out where Iraq was, and a gun came out through the hole. Okay, but wait, the next week and for every week until they changed the set, you could see where they cut out.
Oh, they never replaced
it? No, they put it back.
Oh, okay.
They put it back, but you could see there was a black cutout line. It drove me insane, and I'm like, why are they not fixing that? Why didn't they not, like, it was like a tile without grout.
Yeah.
You could probably look it up. It drove me up a wall. It was
funny.
insane. I have OCD, so that it was freaking me the hell out. But
oh man,
yeah. So,
all right. So we'll come up with a sign off.
Well, no, we don't. No, I'm saying for the old news.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
This was the better half, and I am out of here.